Hey, what's up, guys? Back again for another video. We're on episode number 13 now, I believe. And like I said, since the last video, I kind of covered most of the week before and last week as well. So since then, I didn't take any more trades, so we're still at the exact same spot that we were already at. But I've actually been deep in the lab, basically. I've been so I kind of found out, like, I've been learning a lot of things and talking to a couple of the students that seem to be doing well, one in particular, and he was kind of showing me a couple of things that he's done to make the strategy successful for him, and I found him very helpful. So what I wanted to do really was practice, and sometimes it can be hard practicing on the markets because everything takes a lot of time to develop. But what I wanted to do was kind of go back and back test and just look at setups and really get a feel for what is the ideal optimal setup that seems to work a high amount of the time. Because it's one thing to know, okay, I have a daily bias of a pin bar, a daily bias of engulfing, but it's another thing to know, like, okay, this engulfing works very often after I see this move and then this happens, and then I get the engulfing off this level. That's the one you want to go for. So I really wanted to just kind of improve my feel and everything, and I needed something where I wouldn't be able to see the results later. And I know a lot of people use Forex Tester for stuff like this. I have Forex Tester. It's okay. The data is kind of like so-so. But what I did find helpful was Bar Replay on TradingView, which I thought was very good because you could actually get like your broker speed and then just use Bar Replay so that you can replay the market and see, like, basically as the day was with the correct data before, and you can't see what's coming next or what happens next. So I basically did this, and I went back to, like, some charts of, like, and dates that I had no idea what was happening. So I went back to like 2010, 2012, like random times, 2005 in one case. And I just went back and I just started practicing. I ended up going through like 10 years of data over the last week, 10 years of data on the daily and then down on the hourly chart. So it was really kind of like, I was spending hours and hours. Like, I think pretty much every day I spent at least 4 hours or so on the market replay function, and then on the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, I spent pretty much all day on it. So I've really been grinding hard, and I think it's really improved my sense of what I'm looking for, because eventually, like, the first few days I found it to be kind of like tough, I guess. Like, it was just kind of like still kind of feeling my way through, struggling, but eventually I started noticing a couple different instances and a couple different situations where these daily bias candles really seem extremely powerful. The inside day failure, like when it happens at a certain time, seems extremely good. The pin bar at a certain time seems very good. And so what I ended up doing once I started seeing some of these things happen consistently over and over and over again, was I started taking screenshots of, like, okay, this is the ideal setup. So I'm going to show you guys what exactly I was doing, how you guys can use it to improve your own trading and maybe get some practice in, get to the gym, put in some work. But yeah, I started taking screenshots of everything, and I feel like it's really improved my sense of what exactly I'm looking for. Whereas before, it's like, oh, okay, I see a pin bar, let's try and take it short or long or whatever. And, let's see if we get some break and retest or whatever. Whereas now it's like, okay, yeah, I see a pin bar, but it's not at a great spot. Like, I'd really rather it look like X, right? And now it's just down to the discipline of waiting for X, right? So, it's been good. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I've been doing on the Bar Replay and how I organize my folders and stuff like that. So maybe it can help one of you guys maybe get to where you need to be. So I guess let me show you what I've been doing, and we'll go from there. Okay, so basically this is what I use. It's TradingView. You just go to tradingview.com. It's a pretty cool place. If you haven't heard of it, you can basically look up any market, cryptocurrency, regular currency, futures markets, stock market. And you can pull up a chart for anything. And that their actual like chart feature on the browser is very good. I actually like them a lot. So if you've never been here or heard of it, I'd recommend it. But anyways, you just go on here and let's just type in something like GBP USD, and you can see, you just pull up Forex, and it's got your list of brokers here. So you can get the data from whatever broker you use. I use Alanda, so we'll just go to that. Then you click on this full featured chart here. And the only thing is, if you don't have, I guess you don't need an pro account or anything like that to do daily data. If you don't have an account, just sign up. It's free. But if you have a pro account, you can use intraday data as well, so you can get on the hourly chart and do bar replay and et cetera, et cetera. But in order to get to the bar replay, you just click this replay button here, and you click any date, and you can see if I click this day, boom, it's just like that. And it's pretty cool because they have different functions. You can have it play just automatically on a timer, or you can just go next bar, next bar, next bar. So this is basically what I was doing. I had one chart here on the daily, and then I had another one going on the hourly chart, and I was just lining it up. And anytime I saw a daily bias candle that I was like, or a daily opportunity that I was like, okay, let's see what's going on, I will drop down to the hourly time frame, go to that date, and then play the next day. So the daily bias is in play. So I go to the next day, and I would watch the price action bar by bar and be like, okay, I'm entering here, stops, I'm going to enter here, stops here, or whatever, and then we're going to trade it up to there. And I would just see what would have happened with the result. So, at first, like I said, I was, all over the place. I was kind of hit and miss with it. But eventually I started to gain some consistency. And this has now become daily practice for me. I've been doing it every day. I plan to basically do this every day until I get through 10 years of data on every single pair, so that I have tons of experience. So, it's just kind of basically for me like being in the gym, shooting the free throws, just making sure I know what I'm looking for, making sure I know what I'm doing. And then when it comes to the live markets, just following that same exact plan. So it's not difficult to do. It just takes a little time. It's a little bit of a grind. And but if you enjoy this stuff, for me personally, it doesn't even feel like work. I genuinely want to improve, so I love doing it. I'm on here. I just like it. Another thing I'd recommend is making sure you keep a spreadsheet or take screenshots of your setups, so that way you can remember exactly like, okay, this happened and this is what it looked like on the intraday time frame. And when I have this bias, but then it looked like something else on the intraday time frame, like what is good price action on the intraday time frame, yada yada yada, all those sorts of things. Just keep track of them, so that way you know exactly what it is you're looking for. So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Thanks again for watching. But like I said, yeah, I mean, I've been able to test out different entry techniques, different things with these daily biases. So now it's like I can kind of start to gain a feel and start to kind of develop my own style, and what I think may work for me. Obviously, you're going to want to keep track of everything that you're doing. So I had an Excel sheet, just a basic Excel sheet, just outlining the setup, the date, and all that sort of stuff, and what it won, how much it would have won. But the key to the whole thing really is to make sure that you can't see what's coming next. Otherwise, at the end of the day, you're only cheating yourself. So you really just want to make sure that it's as close as what you would see trading live as possible. Another thing I've noticed that it's kind of a difference is on the replay feature, you can just like speed through like 50 bars like it's nothing. So it's like, it doesn't look quite right, skip, and all of a sudden, you're down like, it's like 2 months later, whereas in real time, that's you sitting there and waiting. That's you sitting there and just trying not to get in your own way and not take any shit trades because you're sitting there, you haven't taken a trade in, a week or 2 weeks or whatever. So, now it just comes down to the patience aspect and really just waiting for what I feel like is a good opportunity. Anyways, like I said, thanks for watching. let me know if you guys find this helpful, or if you've used anything similar, or if you have any suggestions for me to improve my technique and practice. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next week.